I think that's part of it. Coach Moore is a heck of a football coach. He's got a great background. He's done a lot of good things at a lot of different places. But by no means was the cupboard bare when he got there. Coach Newheisel had done a great job recruiting there, and they had talented players. And so I think it's a combination of a great deal of talent that he inherited, but taking that talent and maximizing it. So I guess the answer to your question is yes on one front, but more to it than just that. Well, he does everything well. He's a lot like our guy, like Travis. I mean, their numbers are almost exact when you compare the two as far as the throw game. They're within a point or two of each other in pass efficiency. Hundley runs the ball well, like Travis does, and so there's a really good comparison between those two guys, and it's going to be an intriguing matchup. You know, the quarterbacks, going against each other head to head this Thursday night, and so that's really what Travis brings to the table and makes him difficult to defend. Hundley does the same thing for the Bruins. Well, I think Thursday games are good for exposure. You have the chance to be on national television. You don't want to make a habit of it. I think that one or two a season is plenty. Academics is obviously a concern. Your players, it's right in the middle of your academic week. But and then coming off the bye week, it's a level playing field where both teams are in the same situation. So I don't see any advantage or disadvantage to that. Now, back in the in the previous years, there has been situations where you're coming off a bye week where the other team isn't, or vice versa, which makes things a little bit different. But I don't think this is a big issue. I think we're both, like I said, on the same footing.
What makes Anthony Barr such a special player?
Well, he's explosive. He's instinctive. He does it all. He's just a player that has a great motor and great skill set, fundamentally and technique sound, and he's a force, no doubt about it.
What position matchup are you guys going to have to win on Thursday in order to have a chance in this game?
Well, I think it starts at the line of scrimmage, like it does most weeks. I think if our defensive line can do a good job putting pressure on the quarterback, like we have done so far this season, we're second in the league, I think, in sacks, first in the league in sacks per game. And so if that can continue, if we can continue to win the line of scrimmage, and that goes for both sides. Offensively, we need to protect Travis and open some holes up in the run game. So I think most weeks that is the key matchup, and I don't see this week being any different.
The spotlight's really been on the secondary from preseason until now. What kind of progress have you seen from them, especially after the BYU game?
Well, we've definitely taken steps forward in a lot of areas. The Oregon State game was a point where we really gave up a bunch. Now, if you followed Oregon State, he's doing that every week. I mean, Mannion did it again Saturday, and so I think he threw for 420 or something like that again. So it's not something that he hasn't done to everybody. But to answer your question, I think we've made strides. We've got 4 or 5 guys that we feel comfortable with now, and the group has really separated itself and become apparent as who the guys are that are ready to play and who's not quite ready.
Coach, you talked about UCLA's national rankings and the fact that it's a nationally televised game, those kind of things. What have you seen from your guys over the last couple of days of practice and showing how amped up they are for this scenario?
Well, their work ethic at practice has been excellent. Their focus, their concentration, and the week before was probably the best it's been in a long time, and this past week has really been similar to what we had going into the rivalry game as far as the quality of practices. And there's an air of confidence about the team, and we know we got to get things rolling in the Pac-12, but right now we feel like we've made big steps as to who we are, our identity, what we're good at, what we're not so good at.